Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to do a review on the Smashbox Halo Hydrating Perfecting Powder Foundation. I'm really excited for this because I don't really ever use powder foundations on my channel, and I know a lot of you guys don't all have dry skin like me. Like, you guys have oily skin, combination skin, and I'm kind of getting into that oily skin vibe right now as the summer heat approaches, you feel me? So I really wanted to try something new, something that I hope will be super long lasting, because normally when I wear my super dewy foundations, it kind of slips and slides all over my face at the end of the night, and that's not really fun, and I hate having to touch up and stuff like that. So basically this video is a review as well as like me learning how to use powder foundation on its own, because I never ever do that, and you're kind of like learning along with me and you see my thoughts and my opinions. And yeah, I really hope that you like this video. If you want to see how I got this look and what I think about this foundation, then please keep watching. Okay, so let's get into it. I actually never ever do this. I kind of wanted to like learn with you guys, so this is kind of like a tutorial plus me teaching myself at the same time, so hopefully this comes out okay. But I haven't straight up just worn like powder foundation since high school. Like, I used to wear like the MAC Pro Longwear powder foundation, I think that's what it's called, and usually my skin is pretty dry, and that's why I steer clear from it. But I have heard that even those with dry skin, like if you moisturize and use a hydrating primer beforehand, then you should be good. But lately, I don't know if you could see that, but my skin has been pretty dewy and kind of oily. It gets pretty oily throughout the day, especially when I wear like my super hydrating foundations and stuff like that, probably because it's summertime and it's getting pretty hot now. Finally, I'm going to be using the Smashbox foundation. I've only applied this like on top of liquid foundation a little bit just to set. I haven't used this on its own. I don't know how it performs on its own. This is their Halo Hydrating Perfecting Powder, so I really like that it's a hydrating powder. I don't know how that works, and I want to see if it actually does work, and I'm using the shade Light Medium. But first I want to conceal. I really wanted to conceal first because once you put on powder, I'm not going to be able to go ahead and put liquid on top. So I'm just going to try and conceal these under eye circles really quick. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Light as usual. This is like my favorite concealer of all time. It's super lightweight. I almost forgot to mention that I did prime my face before I put on my concealer. I use a Smashbox Hydrating Photo Finish Primer. This is amazing. It really helps keep your skin nice and dewy and moisturized. I just applied that like 10 minutes ago when I was doing my brows because I really like that to sink into my skin and set. I feel like it really makes a huge difference rather than just putting that on and then applying your foundation right on top right away. I don't know. I feel like personally it makes a difference for me. I'm just gonna blend this out really quick. I applied it underneath my eyes and like on the sides of my mouth right here where I get like those little lines. I don't know why, but I just have like hollowness there. I probably need like filler or something. I don't know if you can see, but that did make a really big difference for me, and I really didn't apply a lot. Like, I wasn't dipping the brush in back and forth. I just dipped it once and just applied whatever was on the brush directly under my eyes. So as this like little sifter thingy, or I don't know what this is called, but you just turn it and it lets the powder come out, and it actually gives you quite a lot, so be careful. I'm just going to tap that out and kind of buff it into my skin in very light motions. I'm applying like no pressure at all onto my skin. This is definitely a lot more matte than I ever wear my foundation. I really don't know how I feel about this yet. It is buildable, like on areas where I need a little more coverage. I just apply some more powder and just buff it out. I don't know, I just feel like this is so different for me that I just like don't know how to feel. Like, no matter how much I put on my forehead, it's still so shiny. So what you're going to want to do, as I'm learning right now, is that buffing motions really work the best. And if you do have like a little spot that you really want to cover, just take the powder, a little bit of it, and just dab it on like this, and then buff around it. I don't know, actually it's looking pretty flawless now. I don't know how to feel. I zoomed in a little bit for you guys so you could see what that looks like. It's pretty powdery, but again, we're going to like bronze it up and add some highlighter and some setting spray, and it's gonna look a lot better. But honestly, it's pretty flawless. Like, it really hid my pores well, like a lot more than my regular foundation that I use, like any liquid or BB cream or anything like that. obviously because like light reflects on your pores, and when you wear something super dewy and like your skin has like all this like reflection on it, your pores are gonna still look as big as they are. So this definitely like mattified around them and made it look a lot better. I think my skin looks pretty flawless. I actually kind of like it. I do obviously want to add some highlight, and I truly do believe that this foundation is pretty hydrating because my skin doesn't look like that gross like crusty matte like I would imagine if I used like any other powder foundation, like literally the MAC foundation. If I ever just slapped that on my skin with nothing on it, I feel like that would look really, really weird because I do have some dry patches on my skin right now, but I honestly cannot even see them, which is amazing. So I feel like this foundation is super hydrating on the skin. I'm just going to go ahead and bronze up my skin, add some highlight and blush, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look with a little bit of bronzer, blush, and some highlight. I started with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And yeah, I also wore a matte lip, and I haven't worn a liquid lipstick in literally months, so I'm feeling pretty matte today. I'm in a matte kind of mood. But honestly, I love it. Like, the more I look at my skin, it seriously looks flawless, and I added glow to wherever I wanted and needed it. And it doesn't look like overkill. I know that sometimes I really can make my skin look like very, very dewy, but I personally love that look. But this is really nice for a change, and I feel like this is gonna last all day, all night on my skin. I also feel like this will photograph very beautifully because it does make your skin look flawless, and when you have like matte foundation, the light of like a dewy foundation will not reflect on any like bumps or pores. So I feel like for photography, like this is amazing. So overall, like my final thoughts, I do believe that this is a very hydrating foundation because I do have pretty dry skin in some spots. Like I said, I do have some dry patches, and this did not accentuate that at all. This hid my pores really, really well. It does feel hydrating. It doesn't feel like I have foundation on my face at all. It's so weird. Like, I feel like I do have like my bronzer and stuff on, but I don't feel like I have foundation all over my face like I normally do. It's not sticky or anything like that. Obviously it's a powder, but I just don't feel anything. And I really, really like that it's not like bam, full coverage as soon as you put it onto the skin. It's very, very buildable, and as you do build it up, it doesn't look cakey. Like, it doesn't look like piles of powder foundation on top of each other like it normally would when I've tried that in the past. It just all blends very seamlessly into the skin. It kind of melts into your skin with your natural skin oils. I know that sounds gross, but that's what I feel like it does. And yeah, I don't know, like literally 10 out of 10 on this foundation. Like, I'm really excited because I feel like I discovered something new for myself. I'm not always gonna just do like a super wet, dewy look. I mean, I still look pretty dewy with my highlighter on, but like all other parts of my skin are relatively matte, and I just really, really like it. I feel like this looks more flawless. It's definitely not like a super natural look, but you can go natural with this. I feel like if you apply a small amount just for like everyday wear, just tap it a few times, buff it all over the skin. I don't know, I feel like this foundation is beautiful. I literally give it a 10 out of 10. So yeah guys, that is it. I really hope that you liked this review. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you did like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.